Welcome everyone to What's Happening in Crypto, exploring all of the latest from the crypto world and beyond. Russia's central bank has told smaller banks in the country to be prepared for the potential eventuality that US sanctions might cut Russia off from the international banking system. This is a crazy situation when you stop to think about it. One country has an inordinate amount of power over the international financial system. Visa, MasterCard, the big banking infrastructure, the SWIFT network, all roads lead back to Washington. And sanctions from the US to cut Russia off from the international banking system, while they haven't happened yet, while they may never happen, the mere thought that this could happen tells you everything that is wrong with the international banking system. There is no situation where one country should be able to dictate terms on such a massive level to another country. This is economic warfare without a doubt. Sanctions are the equivalent of economic bombs. And yeah, people don't die when you put sanctions on. Well, not all the time. Look at Iraq and all the sanctions that happened there did kill a lot of people. In Russia, sanctions aren't killing people, and that's a great thing. But to see this kind of economic lever being thought about being used for the central bank to actually take this as a serious consideration, that tells us a lot. And there have been moves away from the dollar and from the US-dominated financial system. Germany, for example, is tired of having to do what Washington tells it to do. They want to do business with Iran. Why not? They want to do business with Russia. In fact, Russia is Germany's biggest energy provider. When you look at all this, what right does another country have to tell two countries that they can't do business together? It's a crazy situation. And that is the legacy financial system overall. Again, we see this strong intersection between what is happening in politics and what is offered by a new system, a crypto-based system. Because let's imagine, for example, that Russia and Iran want to do business together. Now, you might have strong opinions on those countries and think that they're bad or evil or something like this because you're watching too much of the legacy media and you believe their false narratives around these countries. But they have every right to do business like everyone else does. If they want to do business, well, who are the major financial institutions to tell them that they can't? This is a massive use case potential for crypto. If Russian and Iranian or Russian and German banks want to do business with each other, well, they might need a new financial infrastructure, which Germany has been talking about, but the underlying principles of that structure could, this is a could, mind you, be Bitcoin. Let's imagine the craziness of that scenario. If Russia and Germany started doing their international transactions in Bitcoin, assuming of course that Russia does actually get cut off from the international financial system as the central bank seems to be worried about, that's massive. Absolutely massive. Imagine Russia's daily gas sales to Germany, but settled in Bitcoin. The potential for that is huge. And this is why censorship-resistant, permissionless money is so gosh darn important. Yeah, when you walk down the street and you buy a coffee, it's easier to just tap your credit card. I get it. I get it. Of course it's easier. But we live in a global world right now. What was once far away is now very close. Business happens all over the world between many countries, many players, many companies. They need to have these tools. Any moves backwards towards cutting people off and saying who can and cannot transact, this only moves us into darker times. We need to deserve more for our world. We need to ask more for the future of our world. We need freedom of finance. That's such a big thing. And this is, yeah, okay, Russia's a big country, right? But just imagine all the little countries that are struggling right now because people can't get bank accounts. Remember, Bitcoin doesn't ask you for an ID to get a bank account. This is really important, and this is why, of the many use cases why Bitcoin is so important. This is a financial revolution that we haven't even been able to conceptualize for a long time. But the use cases are here, and the use cases are growing every day. And the failed policies of international politics, as they have been, are on display for everyone to see. It's only a question of whether you're willing to open your eyes and see what is going on. Bitcoin is the answer. Plan B is the answer. And yeah, I know guys, I know the market's down right now and we're so far away from seeing these eventualities actually happen, but all it takes is the decision of a country like Russia to say, hey, you know what, we're gonna start doing our international transactions in Bitcoin. It would be a game changer. And I'm not saying that's gonna happen, that may never happen, but if it did, it would be massive. Because the use case for that money is massive. Anyway, just my thoughts on what has been happening over in Russia and the potential of Russia to be cut out from the international financial system. It's a crazy thing. This is why we need crypto. This is why we need increased adoption of crypto. But you will let me know what you think about this situation down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. You guys are super awesome. If you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. If you want to know when I bring out a new video, hit the notification bell down below. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.